Everyone is trying to beat Apple, whether it's Microsoft, Dell, or Samsung.
What an amazing moment.
But it turns out the real competitor was GEEKOM. That's right, I should have known. We all should have known. Hey everyone, I'm Sam Tucker, and today we're comparing the MacBook Air M4 against the GEEKBOOK X14 Pro. You know, when GEEKOM first contacted me about their new laptop, they said, Sam, we want you to compare it to an Apple MacBook Air. And when they said that, I said, have you tried a MacBook Air? But they said, go for it. And I told them, are you sure? I'm gonna be honest. And they said, Sam, that's why we love you. All right, so let's see what happens. The first thing I notice is that GEEKOM can afford a bit more ink on their boxes. I mean, come on, Apple, are you saving on the blue ink cartridge? What are you using, like a HP or something? Ooh, the new MacBook Air. Oh, nice blue color there to the MacBook Air. That's where the ink's going, I guess. And here's the GEEKOM. Very similar packaging. I think GEEKOM's going for a bit of an Apple aesthetic here. I mean, their ads do look a little MacBook Air-ish. And the MacBook Air is made of aluminium, and the GEEKOM is magnesium. I think aluminium and magnesium were both the off-brand X-Men, but they're still quite powerful materials. Now the GEEKOM is actually a bit lighter than the Air. Have a look at the ports. On the Apple, we have MagSafe charging and 2 Thunderbolt plugs. And the GEEKOM has 2 USB 4s and a HDMI full size. You gotta get the Pro MacBook for that one, as well as a full-size USB, headphone jack, and a camera privacy switch. Interesting. Another little interesting bonus is that the GEEKOM even came with a dongle. Check out my dongle. Oh, where'd I put my dongle? Have a look at this. Comes with the USB-C multi-adapter. When I was buying an Apple thing, they asked, oh, do you want to add a dongle to your order? I said, no, thank you. I should come with a dongle. With another 2 USB 3s, another HDMI if you need it, power input, and Ethernet. Let's just see what else we get in the boxes. With the GEEKOM, get a little user manual. You also get a braided USB-C power cable and a 65-watt charger. All right, here is the MacBook Air. A braided MagSafe cable there. And this is the slightly upgraded MacBook Air, so I think they gave me a slightly upgraded plug, so this is nice. It's only 35 watt, but comes with 2 plug inputs. So, you know, do you want more power or do you want more inputs? And, you know, MacBooks, they don't expect you to be able to know much, so they don't really give you much in terms of paperwork, just one sheet of paper. They like to keep it simple, like their customers. Now, spec-wise, I tried to spec these as close as I could for the price. But of course, there's computer pricing and then there's Apple computer pricing. So for about the same amount of money, the GEEKBOOK has 2 terabytes of storage, where I could only get 512 in the Apple. GEEKBOOK has 32 gigabytes of RAM. The Mac, I was able to get up to 24 gigabytes before I maxed out on that price. But the chip will be the interesting point, as this has the Apple Silicon M4 and the GEEKBOOK. It's an i9 185H. You know, I think Intel, they just keep adding numbers until you buy the thing. Now, for the biggest moment of all, do they pass the one finger open test? Oh, the GEEKOM actually survived that a bit better because the MacBook Air is just a little more slippery on the table. And it's good they passed the one finger test, because if they don't pass with this finger, then they get this finger. All right, and the MacBook is already saying hello to me, so that's quite nice. And I get instructions here on the GEEKOM. Power on for the first time, you need to connect the power adapter. Oh, my experience levels are going down. My experience levels, I'm now only level 2. Now I just noticed that the GEEKBOOK, its power adapter has GAN power, which I think might be an Australian version that says, GAN, get some power in you. What are you waiting for? Now, one thing you might notice is that I went for the German keyboard layout for the GEEKOM. Of course, you can get it in any layout you want, but I thought we'd get in this one because it does, of course, have the strong key. So if this computer ever lags behind, I'll just give that key a little press to give it a bit more oomph. Tell you what, I'm gonna set up these computers, charge them up, and then we'll be back.
2,000 years later.
Hey everyone, got my thinking cap on. Have a look at this. While updating the computers, we did get stuck at 97% for quite some time on the GEEKOM, but I think that's more Windows, Microsoft's incompetence than anyone else's. Does this rejig it? Does it? Oh, see, Bill Gates just needed a little tickle. He just needed a little tickle. He likes those, and now we're back in business. Okay.
I regret doing that.
All right, welcome back everyone. While the camera was off, I was fiddling with these computers. Let's test out the speakers first. Let's listen to a little song I made about goats. There's goats outside walking on the streets all day and night. Are they starting gangs and fights or just keeping gardens nice? Yeah, I find anything that has a sticker talking about the sound usually means it's not that great. But don't forget we got the OLED screen on here, and it's a slightly higher resolution one as well. In fact, I'm turning the lights off. I'm the only one who should look at this. Oh, who put this light so far away? Oh, I'm pulling things. Oh, and the camera's still on.
You know, in general, you always have to be careful.
Oh yeah. I want to eat this honey. Yeah, so the MacBook Air looks good in isolation, but when you compare it to the beautiful OLED, So that's a score for GeekBook. Oh, sorry, I forgot that you can't see me. Let me turn the lights back on. So now you get a good screen with a Mac, but I have to say, the GEEKOM screen, it is nice. Trackpad-wise, I think the Mac wins, because on the Mac, you can just click anywhere on the trackpad, even the corner there, and it registers and feels good. But with the GEEKOM, you have to click down the bottom. You can't just click in the center or at the top. It's the old school diving board style trackpad, which is was groovy back in the day, but things have changed. Not to worry, I'm more of a tap to click guy anyway, so I can live with it. But enough enjoying entertainment, let's create entertainment, because both these computers should be capable of some quite good video editing, and a program that works on both of them is DaVinci Resolve. Did I install it? Yes, I did. Good on you, Sam, thank you. Let's add a clip on top. Oh, this is how I'm gonna edit from now on. I'm gonna double my efficiency, do 2 machines at the same time. I'll be twice as fast. Looks like you could do some quite comfortable video editing on either of these machines. So they can both handle, whoa, but can I handle it? Shush! Video editing quite comfortably on these little machines. All right, enough of these mumbo jumbo programs. Let's get to a program that gives you one number and that's all you have to think about. Sunbonge. Let's see how we go. You know, you got the Apple Silicon versus Intel. Come on, GeekBook, come on, he's falling behind. I'm doing it. I'm hitting the strong key. Come on, strong. Strong! You know, I didn't think it would come to this, but I'm actually gonna do it. Yep, I'm activating Fest. Yeah, Fest is activated, watch yourself. Oh, Puss, yes, you want to activate Fest too? I believe in you, buddy. Fest didn't seem to have much of an effect. And there's the final results. The MacBook does win out a little. So the M4 is a little bit more powerful, but it doesn't do, I'm gonna die from that cat. But one thing it doesn't do is gaming. Actually, it does do a little bit of gaming. So I did struggle to think of a game that would work on both machines, but then I remembered the sweet words of Keanu Reeves.
Cyberpunk.
Brace yourself for the epic living nightmare that is Night City. It was a little more populated in the trailer. Anyway, welcome to Hillbilly City. Again, the OLED screen on the GEEKOM does give it a little bit of an edge, but they're both quite capable at playing the game. And apparently I'm in combat and I might die soon on the Mac. Oh, all right. Now, I didn't die on the GEEKOM, so I think that's a plus. Hey everyone, sorry, I was just fiddling again off camera and I decided to do a great thing called turning the game on and off again. And now it seems to be running a lot smoother. So here we are on the GeekBook, driving around at a sweet 50 frames per second. Now she feels good. It does run games a lot better, which I thought it should. Oh, I'm in another gang fight. I gotta deal with it. And of course, how can we forget, this is a Copilot Plus PC. Let's see if Copilot can have a chat with Siri. Hey Copilot, are you a smart intelligence?
You could say that. I like to think of myself as a pretty switched on conversationalist. So what's on your mind right now?
Well, actually, I'm gonna get Siri to have a little talk to you. Hey Siri, guess what? I've got Copilot here. Say hello.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Well, I guess we can't expect Siri to jump right into the conversation so easily. Hey, I'm all...
Not bad, a bit of a burn there from a Copilot, so maybe the NPU in the Windows machine is a bit more powerful. And here's some battery stats from Andrew Mark David, if you're interested. I forgot to do a battery test, but this guy is trustworthy. He appears to be some sort of mob boss who reviews computers, so good on him. But also the NPU does things with the camera. So I think the best way to test that out is to take these bad boys outside and let's go web chat with people in the real world. Actually, I'll just talk to my own laptop, but people will look at me strange in public. Let's go. All right, we're outside here. We've got a bit of waterfall going on in the background. Let's test out the sweet noise cancelling from the AI. All right, and this is what it sounds like on the GEEKOM. And here we are just a little bit closer to the waterfall now. And for comparison, the MacBook Air near the waterfall. MacBook Air now. And Addy Air. Oh. There we go. This is the iPhone. And now, have a look. This is the noise cancelling on the GeekBook. And now for comparison, this is the MacBook with the vacuum going. Oh. Vacuum the Mac. Why not? Vacuum Sam. So there it is, the MacBook versus the GeekBook, the ultimate battle that we were all looking for. So the MacBook is a very well-rounded device from Apple. Where the GeekBook wins out is with the screen, the OLED, higher refresh rate, and has more of those inky blacks. And of course you can play more games on this one because it's the Intel Windows machine. They can do all of it.
I'm very proud of what we've done.
And you can even put Linux on it if you're a bit grossed out by Windows. See, if you want a really nice screen and a very average trackpad, then GeekBook is for you, and it's very light. You can take that around. You can be a student working, do all this stuff, and get more RAM and storage for lower price. If you want to check out the GeekOM, click the link in the description to find out more. I have to deal with this cat now. See, this is what I look at every day. Death. I look death in the face.
Subscribe today.
All right, get ready to sign Bonge. In 3, 2, Bonge. Release the dongle. So if this one ever lags behind, touch off Tuamne. All right, so Apple, I'm deducting 5 points for ruining my rhythm. Oh, this camera's gonna run out of battery. That's fun. You can take it around with you. Oh, don't break them, Sam. I just got them.